Girl, when I tell you, Cassie did not come to play with Diddy, I mean it. Sis pulled up with fire in her veins and a mission on her mind. She didn't just spill the tea, she poured the whole kettle over the industry. While we were expecting big names like Jay-Z to surface in court, Cassie said hold my drink, and dropped bombshells that left jaws on the floor. She name-dropped not one, not two, but multiple female celebs we never saw coming: Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, the Kardashians, and even Ellen DeGeneres. Cassie is truly a force. Not only did she survive over a decade of trauma with Diddy, but she also had the courage to face him in court and bear it all. During her testimony, she revealed chilling details, including photos Diddy allegedly gave her, and, let's just say, it was raw and real. One moment that really shook the room was her account of her 21st birthday in 2007. According to Cassie, this was the first time Diddy crossed the line. In her 2023 lawsuit, she stated that Diddy forced himself into her personal and social life, showing up at her Las Vegas birthday bash uninvited despite being in a public relationship with Kim Porter and knowing Cassie had a boyfriend. She claimed that after the party, in a hotel suite, he dragged her into a bathroom and forcibly kissed her without consent. Cassie ran out, devastated, and confided in her best friend but didn't feel safe enough to speak publicly at the time. And y'all, the plot thickens. She revealed that stars like Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, and producer Dallas Austin were also at the party. Knowing what we know about Diddy's parties, let's just say it wasn't your average birthday bash, it was NSFW, in every sense. Here's where it gets wild. The very next day was the 2007 VMAs. Yep, the one where Britney gave that infamous off-key performance. For years, people wondered why she seemed spaced out and missed her cues. Now that we know what allegedly happened the night before, it all starts to make sense. Paris Hilton being there. No surprise. That era was her playground. She was the party scene. The whispers about her wild nights and alleged substance use were loud, but you didn't hear that from me. But Ellen DeGeneres. Now that's the curveball nobody saw coming. Yep, Miss Daytime TV herself was apparently partying it up with Diddy, and it's not just rumors. In a resurfaced interview, Ellen straight up gushed about wanting to party with Diddy and how he had to be there. Hoo! Grab your popcorn, because this mess is just getting started.
Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Good.
Your shoes, your feet are going to have blisters. You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
In another interview, Ellen even called Diddy out for not inviting her to his birthday bash. She gave him major heat on air. She playfully pressed him about it, saying she never got the invite, while Diddy insisted he did send one. The back was all laughs on the surface, but girl, knowing what we know now, that little exchange hits way different.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
In that same interview, Diddy cracked a sly joke about a secret after-hours party that supposedly went down behind the scenes, and Ellen wasted no time jumping in on it with a laugh and a cheeky comment of her own. At the time, it seemed like harmless banter, just two celebs having fun. But now, with everything that's come to light, that little joke doesn't feel so light anymore. The vibes, definitely suspicious.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I mean, the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song, After Party.
Interestingly enough, there's an old paparazzi video that shows Ellen getting grilled about her friendship with Diddy on Girl. When I tell you she was shook, I mean visibly rattled. The second his name came up, Ellen looked like she'd seen a ghost. She instantly panicked, fumbled her words, and tried to dodge the questions. It was bizarre. Because why would someone react that strongly to a simple mention of Diddy's name? Unless there's more to the story than meets the eye. The way she spiraled into full-blown anxiety over a few casual questions. Yeah, it definitely raised some eyebrows.
And were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
It really makes you wonder just how much Ellen knows about Diddy's shady dealings, and whether she's been helping to cover things up. But she's not the only one raising eyebrows. Another name that's come up is Kim Kardashian. The entire Kardashian clan. Honestly, it's not that surprising since the Kardashians seem to be everywhere, especially when it comes to Hollywood's party scene. In a recently resurfaced video, all three sisters are seen chatting with Diddy, openly discussing how wild and infamous his parties were.
Fun. Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff. You do. But we've been known to party with you a few times. What are I don't know, some of you were just at Puff's birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about that?
No, that was an epic night too. Every night.
Why was it so epic?
That night was fun because all the girls ditched me. So I was like me and the boys. Like it was me.
They're a good group of boys to be around.
Kanye, Corey, T, and we were all just like hanging out, and it was.
You loved it?
It was fun. Yeah, I loved it.
I don't know how you have all the energy, but that's who you are, and I think that's why people are so drawn to you, because you're so eclectic. And I mean, no matter what, no matter how much you work, you don't sleep, you don't do anything, but that's just you. That's like what embodies you.
You could clearly tell they were loving every minute of those parties and having the time of their lives. And before anyone tries to argue that the sisters didn't know what they were getting into, let me stop you right there. In another video, Chloe Stratup admitted to going to Diddy's parties where, according to her, everyone was completely butt naked.
Yes. So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far, so
French
good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
I got on the plane at 5:30 a.m. on this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
I don't know about y'all, but that already sounds freaky enough to me. And let's not forget the Kardashian women have always been down for Diddy. They were regulars at his parties, showing up time and time again. But the moment things started unraveling and Diddy got exposed and arrested, they distanced themselves real quick. So fast, in fact, that it's hard not to wonder if they were trying to avoid bringing more attention to themselves. Here's where it gets even more suspicious. Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy on Instagram less than 24 hours before Homeland Security raided his homes. Now, what are the odds of that being a coincidence? Did Kim know something before the rest of us did? And if so, how much more does she really know? Because fans are convinced she definitely knows more than she's letting on. But Kim isn't the only name being thrown into the mix. One name that still has everyone scratching their heads is Michelle Williams. We still don't know exactly what her role is in all of this, but fans are speculating hard. Some think she might have just been another face at Diddy's wild parties. And considering her close ties to Jay-Z and Beyoncé, it honestly wouldn't be all that surprising if she had been part of that scene too. Her name actually came up on day one of the trial during jury selection. The jury was presented with a list of high-profile celebrities, including rappers Kid Cudi and Kanye West, Destiny's Child's Michelle Williams, actors Mike Myers and Lauren London, and singer Dawn Richard, who used to be signed to Bad Boy Records. Now, we don't know for sure if Michelle was a victim or just another guest. But one thing's for certain, this trial is far from over, and the truth has a funny way of coming to light. One fan commented, "I wonder how many celebrities were whacked, went into hiding, or lost their minds because of Diddy. I'm pretty sure he made Britney Spears go crazy. And they definitely did something to Brittany Murphy. This stuff is insane." And here's another theory floating around. Some folks believe the real reason Ellen and Portia moved to England is because they know too much.